Man, I love me some Mexican and some Tex-Mex style food. I always have. And I like a lot of them. I like quesadillas, I love chimichangas, but I also love fajitas. That's what I'm doing for you today. I got some outside skirt steak. There's an inside skirt and an outside. Outside is the best of the two. It's the most tenderest. Plus, I've been marinating this overnight for 24 hours. So it's got a really good marinade. And I'll leave the marinade recipe in the description box. It's a really good one. It's actually my wife's recipe. And I always get her to do the marinating. That's the reason it's not on camera, but I got it right here. Now I've got this skirt steak rolled up and it's been this marinade overnight. Got it vacuum packed, got a couple of lemon halves in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some of these vegetables and we're gonna go outside and we're gonna get this going on the Pits and Spits flat top adjustable grill. I've got the bell pepper all sliced up. I'm using green bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and red bell pepper. This is showing all the stages of maturity on a bell pepper, starting with green being the youngest, and as it matures it goes to yellow and then eventually red. And each one of these colors have a unique flavor, but they all pair very well together. So I've got a whole onion to cut up. We're gonna get that done. I'll see you outside at the Pits and Spits. So we're gonna go ahead and lay this skirt steak right across here. I'm gonna raise this grate all the way up, right up under it. And all I want to do is just quickly sear it, flip it over, sear the other side, because once we do the peppers and onions and stuff that we're gonna do on the griddle, then we're gonna put the meat back on there to finish off. But this is gonna give it that charcoal flavor. This is lump charcoal. In restaurants, most of them just don't do that. Most of your restaurants do everything on a flat top, and it's got that same taste over and over. This is actually going to add some charcoal taste to this, and that's why I say this is better than restaurant at home. Just taking a look at it from time to time, when you start getting the color you want, flip it over. But it ain't ready. It's probably going to take like 3 minutes each side. Be a little medium rare right in the middle. It's about where we want it. Oh yeah, now we're getting some color. Let's go ahead and flip it over. I'll probably flip them twice. Yes sir, that is screaming hot. I tell you the truth, a good skirt steak, outside skirt, is highly underrated. This stuff has more flavor than a ribeye steak, and ribeye is my favorite steak. But man, this stuff is so good. I actually have been tempted sometimes just to buy a skirt steak and like cut it in half and serve it to me and my wife and just eat it like steak. That's a thicker part right here, so we're gonna focus on this end and flip it back over, get a little bit more color right up in here. Then we're gonna move this out of the way, let it rest, and then trim it up, and we'll go from there. All the grain is running this way, just like this. So we want to cut this way, but I don't need strips this long. So what I do is I'll cut it down like this, maybe again right here, and again right here. Then I'll take these pieces, turn it this way. Then I'll start trimming pieces just about like this. And as you can see, it's still pretty rare right in the middle. You don't want to go much over that, because that's the quickest way to ruin skirt steak, is overcooking it. But it will be a little bit more done with that, because we're going to add it into our onions and all once they finish, just to warm it through a little bit more. I removed the grates. Now I want to go on with the griddle. This griddle is made for this particular Pits and Spits grill by Pits and Spits. Take us a little avocado oil. Any kind of oil will work, just to give us a little oily surface going on there. Kind of spread it out. Here goes the peppers and the onions. I've got a little Jacobson sea salt going on. Got to season your veggies, folks. Do that to your own taste. Gotta wait for it to heat up. It ain't really there yet, but it will be momentarily. I want to take this meat, put that over into there. Now we just want to give all of this a good mixing in. That's the way I like to do it. Just get it all mixed in. I'm not going to heat it long because for the most part it's done. You're just kind of reheating that meat a little bit. I did put it in foil, which kind of held some of the warmth in there. All right, I'm going to get them off of here. Then I'm going to warm up a tortilla. Just one tortilla for now to finish this video. We'll put it together and let you know what it tastes like. See there? Instant reads are not only to test meat. This thing read like split second as soon as I put it in that water. Fantastic. Hey, if you're needing one of these or any other kind of cooking thermometer, check out my link in the description box to ThermoPro and use my link and you'll get some exclusive discounts for some really good savings. To me, this is a great summertime type recipe because you got so many veggies and bright colors like with the lime, and I'm gonna be putting pico de gallo on here and such, that it's just really good in the summer months. Love it. So let's go ahead and get us some ingredients going in here. Smells fantastic. Now I haven't tried this steak yet, but of course Derek had to sneak in there and get him a piece. He's a man. What kind of steak is that? I got to start buying that just to eat. It's good stuff if you can find the outer. And so you know, this steak comes from Porter Road. It's the outer skirt steak. They do have it, or they did when I got this. You can check them out. I do have a link in the description if you're interested in getting some of this. This is way better than what you'll find in your supermarket. Now you could do this any way you want to do it, but what I like to do is go on with a little pico. You could use any kind of salsa. You could use a guacamole. You could use just avocado, but I'm keeping it simple and bright and fresh today. Little pico. And if you don't know how to make pico, basically it's tomatoes, jalapenos, cilantro, a little bit of lime juice and onions. That's all it is. It's kind of like a salsa. All right, we're going to hold that. I got my little lime cut here. Squeeze a lime. And I've also got some crema. This is a Mexican table cream is really what it is. And if you can't find this in your supermarket, just get you a good sour cream and dilute it with whole milk and get it to where it can do this. There you go. This shell did rip on me when I was trying to pull it out of the pack, so I'm going to hide that little mistake. And we're just going to roll this over. And we got ourselves a fajita ready to eat. All right, guys, here we go. Like I said, you can do it any way you like, put whatever you want in there. That skirt steak is fantastic. Hey, if you never had fajitas, and I would think most people have had fajitas, especially at all the Mexican restaurants there is in this country, but give this a try at your house if you haven't. And I'm telling you, that charcoal makes a difference compared to just doing it on a flat top. It's all good, but the charcoal really adds that other layer of flavor in there. Give it a try if you haven't. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. That's all I got till next week.